Hey guys, this is Nod Lammers of Invoked 101. Welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the updated post-Banlist, post-Rising Rampage ABC deck profile. Now, you may be asking what in Rising Rampage could have possibly helped ABCs. There was one card that I saw that I felt helped ABCs just a bit, so I put that in there, along with some stuff from the new ban list. A lot of people have been asking to see an updated version of this deck, especially with the last version of ABCs being Orcust. This is more of a pure version for right now. You still can play Orcust ABCs if you really want to, but this is just my pure variant, and you can see we got the World Championship 2019 mat going on here. We actually went to that event, and the blog will be coming out soon. The vlog will be coming out soon, so if you want to check that out, that should be coming out soon after these next couple deck profiles. And if you want to see the World Championship, and if you want to see the deck I actually played at the World Championship, just leave that down in the comments. I'll do a deck profile for that deck. Getting into the deck, before we get into it, down in the description there's a link to our Patreon. If you feel like supporting the channel, that's where to do it. There's plenty of cool stuff you can get there, including a Invoked 101 map. That's the only way to get it. Down in the description as well, there's also a link to our Teespring, so if you feel like getting yourself an Invoked 101 shirt or hoodie or whatever, that's down there. And then lastly, there's a link to our Discord, so if you feel like chatting with us, we're pretty active in the Discord, so you can check out that. All three of those links down in the description below. With that out of the way, we're going to set the extra deck and the spells and traps off to the side and get right into the monsters like we usually do. Alright, first cards we're starting out with are, of course, Triple A Assault Core, Triple B Buster Drake, and Triple C Crush Wyvern. So these guys are your main bread and butter of the deck. They are very useful and are your main combo pieces. All of them have the standard union effect. They can all equip to a light machine union, and they are all, of course, light machine unions. Then they also have the effects of then they all have a unique effect of being sent to the grave when they're sent from field to grave. Non-once per turn effects. C is able to special summon a union from the hand. B is able to search a union monster from the deck to the hand. Any union, by the way. And A is able to pick up any other union from the graveyard. So just not the A Assault Core itself, but you can pick up another copy of A if that's in your graveyard. So that's the three main guys, and then we also have two other unions. Torque Tune Gear, it's kind of a staple for my ABC deck. If you guys have been following my deck profiles, you know I really love playing Torque Tune Gear. And then one Heavy Mech Support Armor. I'd cut this down to one just to play some more stuff that I felt was better in the deck. Overall, I just felt that the other one wasn't needed anymore, so because you don't really necessarily search it anymore, and we don't get the second normal summon as often, so I just felt like cutting him down to one was easier. So if you don't know what these guys are, these are light machine unions, of course. One's a level 3, the other's a level 1. Torque Tune Gear equips to something and turns it into a tuner and then gives it 500 bonus attack. Heavy Mech Support Armor has the union equip effect, and it makes it like unkillable by card effects, but then it also has the effect of on normal summon you get to special summon a union from your graveyard, which is pretty cool. Really wish it was level 4 though, so that way it'd be so much more useful. So that's it for the union guys. For the other guys, we of course have Triple Gold Gadget for our extender. And alongside him we have his brother Silver Gadget. So these guys on summon get to special summon a level 4 or lower, no, just a level 4 level 4 machine, sorry. Oh, it's been a hot second. They get a special summon a level 4 machine from the hand, and then if they are destroyed by battle or card effect, they special summon another gadget monster from the deck. But you can only use one effect per turn, so like you can't do both in one turn. Alongside our other extenders, we have Double Photon Thrasher. This is something that ABCs used to play, but seeing as ABCs are now super hindered, they definitely need these extenders more than ever. And I have thought about playing like Gilasaurus, I think is the one that special summons itself from the hand and then your opponent summons one from grave. I've thought about playing that too, but I feel Photon Thrasher is just a little better. I could play a third one, but I think 2 is just fine, especially with the 3 gadgets and the other engine that we're running, which is of course the Symphonic Warrior engine. So that's 3 guitar and 1 mic. So what this does, this is a searchable engine, by the way, by a card when we get to the extra deck. This guy, you activate him in the pendulum scale, and you discard one card, and then it special summons Mike's from the deck. And Mike's, when he's normal or special summon, gives you an extra normal summon for the turn. This is our new Brilliant Fusion, because this is actually searchable. Like I said, this is searchable with a card in the extra deck, so we'll get to that when we get to that. And that's almost it for the monsters, but we have one more monster, and that is our 2 Effect Veilers for the deck. These are just the Effect Veilers I've always had in ABC. Just a quick little hand trap to stop our opponent from doing more stuff. Although Called by the Grave is also really good with this deck because it prevents you from getting Effect Veilered. Alright, so with that out of the way, we can move into the spells and traps. The first spell we play, of course, is Triple Union Hanger. This is arguably the best card in the deck, if not the best card in the deck, simply because it runs it so much. If you don't have Union Hanger, you're not doing a lot on your turn, and that's the sad truth. Then we of course have 2 Magnet Reverse. This is able to get back our Buster Dragon or any other machine from the extra deck, which is really cool. Just a very interesting card. And then we have our group of one-ofs, which is 1 Terraforming to search the Hanger, 1 1-for-1 to special the Torque Tune Gear, a Monster Reborn to get us just more plays, and then a Regeki, because ABCs, if they can't really do anything and you get the Regeki, then it's pretty nice. You could also play Darkhold, but we're playing something else. So we'll set these off to the side and get into the traps. We play triple Torrential Tribute. This is the thing we play instead of Darkhold, and this card is an MVP card. My friend played this this version of the deck down at Locals one night, excluding a couple cards, but it was a very similar build. And he said that this was one of the best cards in the entire deck that as he was playing. And watching him, yeah, this is arguably one of the best cards in ABC right now, just because it's able to board wipe stuff and there's not as many floaty decks anymore. So then we have our 1 Metaverse to also get our Union Hanger. And lastly, this is the card in the deck, Triple Solemn Judgment. ABCs like to go first, and these are what let you go first. It's pretty crazy. Honestly, you could swap the Regeki for something else for going first, but this is pretty crazy. This is awesome that ABCs have this now, because it just stops whatever your opponent's doing, so they can't pop off against you and you're able to do more stuff. Definitely a cool card to have in this deck. And it's always activatable. Like, you can never not activate Solemn Judgment, unlike the other Solemns, which have a specific life point requirement. And after that, we have our extra deck. So getting in there, we have arguably the best boss monster ever created, which is ABC Buster Dragon, or Dragon Buster, sorry. This card is literally one of the most insane fusion monsters in the entire game, if not one of the most insane just cards ever. ABC Buster Dragon has the effect to discard 1 card, target a card on the field, and banish it. Then on top of that, it's a contact fusion that can use monsters from anywhere on your side of the field, so Monster Zone or Spell and Trap Zone, or Graveyard, which is pretty cool. And then it can also tag out and special summon back those monsters, which not only gets you 3 bodies on board, but also can trigger the field spell. He's an insane card on top of a 3K 28 body. Very cool card, very awesome. Still one of the best cards in the whole game. After that, we have our Synchro Monster Borreload Savage Dragon. This guy's less summonable now, but now that we don't have, what's it called? Summon Sorceress, there we go. Now that we don't have her, but you can still make this, and I still think it's the best Synchro Monster for the deck. Then we have our Xyz monsters. The first one is Geargiant X. This is the guy who searches your, the guitar. He searches guitar, and it helps you extend your plays going into this guy, and then you link him into like the Platinum Gadget, which is super cool. Very good card. And then we have Tornado Dragon for the pop, and Gaga Cowboy going into time. Now, like I said, my buddy played this deck at a competitive night, because as you guys know, we have a competitive and casual locals, and he made Tornado Dragon a lot. Like, he was ending with like Buster Dragon, a Link Monster, and a Tornado Dragon, which was pretty cool. Then we have Cleafort Genius, a really just good machine link for negation. Just negate stuff on your opponent's turn. So if you can get into this guy and it's not like a monster negate, like a skill drain, then you can... Oh wait, no, hang on. It doesn't... doesn't necessarily matter because this guy's unaffected by spells and traps, so that's really cool. But then it's also unaffected by link monsters, and you can just target a card and then target another card and negate it. So one of the best cards to target is like Union Hanger if you've already used Union Hanger. Very cool. And then we have Platinum Gadget. This is, of course, a card from Dupo, and it lets you special summon a level 4 or lower machine from the hand. This card's crazy and is like kind of your Summon Sorceress replacement. It's very good, but it can't be used as a link material the turn it's summoned. Then we have the new card. This is the card that I felt helped ABCs a lot, and that's Barricade Borg Blocker. This guy's pretty awesome. He says he needs 2 monsters with different names, and then his effect reads, if this card is link summoned, you can discard a card. During the end phase of this turn, add a continuous or field spell from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect of Barricade Board Blocker once per turn. And then it says face-up spells you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. This guy is awesome for not only protecting your Union Hanger, but also recovering Union Hanger. On top of that, he's a dark machine, meaning that he instantly has a little bit of synergy with ABC if you choose to side deck the limit removals or even potentially main deck limit removal, now that that's also at 3. He's a very useful card for this deck as it just protects your Union Hanger, which is the card that you need to be protecting. He also has a sideways arrow, so you can make like Platinum Gadget and then put him over here, and then you have 2 more zones along with a 1000 and a 16. I do wish he was a little bit bigger. I wish he was kind of like a 13 or a 14, but it's all good. And then we have our Nightmare package, our Cerberus for the monster pop, our Phoenix for the spell and trap pop, and then our Griffin for the skill drain effect. Alongside Griffin for our Link 4s, we also played Borolo Dragon to steal our monster stuff, our opponent's stuff, not our monster stuff, and then one Saryuja Skull Dread, because we can still make this, and Saryuja is one of the staples in ABC. Very cool, very useful, and also a great extender. But that's it for the ABC deck. This deck has seen its highs and lows, and ABC seems to always inadvertently get hit. Like, whenever a new ban list comes out, there's always something that like ABC was using, and then it's like, oh great, and it didn't even get hit because ABC was using it. ABC was just using it to use it. So I always find that funny. But you know, there's some unfortunate times, like that time a Assault Core went to 1. But aside from that, ABC has had a good run, and it's still one of those decks that we don't allow at casual nights just because ABCs are pretty crazy and hard to counter. They're very good and still really strong. So, and it's only a matter of time before something comes out that breaks ABC even more, and you can even still play the ABC Nightmare. Not the ABC Nightmare, the ABC Orchest variant. So, anyways, tell me what you guys thought about this deck in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on it. While you're down in the comments, there is those 3 links that I talked about earlier, the Discord, the Patreon, and the Teespring, all in the description, so check those out while you're down there, and I will see you guys in the next video.